Hello my Camtasia friends, this is Jason here, helping you out get started with Camtasia. What I'm going to do in this video is show you how to set up your project folder, then we're going to dive into Camtasia and we're going to do a screen recording, and I'm going to show you where to save your information from that. So before I even jump into Camtasia itself, like I said, what I want to do is set up a folder structure so I know where all my media is at all time. The reason being is I want to be able to move this from computer to computer, or later on if I need to come back to this project, I know where it's going to be and I know where all the files associated with this project are. When you start getting into doing a lot of video editing, you're going to find you're going to turn into what I like to call a data hog. You are going to be collecting a lot of information in images and videos and compiling them with each project that you do. So to do that, the first thing I'm going to do, right click, new folder, and I'm going to rename this folder Demo. Or for our case, Camtasia Demo. And I do the underscore just because of programming issues, and that's how I do my labeling. You can label this folder any which way you want to. Once you label this folder with a title, make sure you do not change it, because that will mess up your project later on. Here's my Camtasia demo. I'm going to open up this folder, and inside of here, I'm going to create a couple more folders that we're going to utilize. The first one I'm going to do is going to be my project folder. This is where we're going to save all of our Camtasia project files. The next one we're going to do is a video folder. This video folder is going to store all of our raw videos that are going to be unchanged when we edit them in the project bin. I'll explain that later on once we get into editing, that this is a non-destructive editor and how we utilize the videos, but we'll get into that later. The next one I'm going to do is audio. If I have any music or background music that I want to bring into the project, I always like to have an audio folder that I store the music in. Or if I do a voiceover or have outside audio that I'm bringing in, like sound clips or anything, this is where I like to store it. I'm going to do new folder, images. If I have any images or pictures or anything that I want to bring into the project, I always put them in here. That way I know exactly where they are. This is not videos, this is still images that I'm using, graphics, whatever I want to bring into. This is what I create this folder for. And last but not least, final. When we export our final project, we're going to put it right here in this final folder. Here's our basic folder structure that we're going to utilize for every project. What I like to do is I like to create a folder just like this once, and I call this my demo folder. And then anytime I start a new project, I just copy that demo folder, rename it, and everything's already in there for me. If I utilize the same graphics, the same images from project to project, I will throw it in the demo folder or the template folder, and I will utilize it for every project moving forward. This is just a few ways to help you get organized. So now that we've got this set, let's jump right into Camtasia. For me, I have Camtasia already queued up on the side of my computer. I'm going to open that up. So once you open up Camtasia, on a Mac it's going to be very simple. You're going to see the Camtasia platform or screen. On a PC, you're going to see Camtasia and Camtasia Record. Camtasia Record is pulled out on a PC, whereas on a Mac, it's incorporated into the software. But first things first, what I want to do is I want to save this project before I do anything. So what I need to do is go to File, Save As. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to find my Camtasia demo folder. I'm going to find my project folder, and I'm going to name this Demo. For you guys, you can name it whatever you want. You can name it Unit 1, Unit 2, whatever you want to do. Once I rename it, I click Save. Now this project screen is saved into my project folder. Anytime I want to come back and re-edit this video, I can come back right to that project folder, find the project that I'm working on, and work from there. Over here on the left-hand side is my media bin, and what I can do is I can import media in here from my Camtasia folder on my desktop. So if I go into my desktop, go to my Camtasia demo, I can go into any one of these folders and import it here. What Camtasia does is non-destructive editing. It uses any images, videos, audio that you bring in as a reference file. It does not bring it into the project itself and make it part of Camtasia. It only references the original files. So if you put a video in the video folder, import it into your project and use it, and later on delete that video from this folder, and reopen the project bin, you will notice that your video is gone and it will mess up your project. So anything you use for your project, you need to keep them in these folders. Keep track of where you put stuff and know that this folder right here, if you do it properly, can move from device to device. Right now I don't have anything to import. I will show you later on how to really import some stuff. What I want to show you right now is how to do a screen recording. On the Mac side, what you need to do to get set up is go up to Camtasia 3, go to Preferences, And what we need to do for the project, what we need to do for the recording is we need to tell it where to save the recordings to. Down here under the recording tab, I'm going to go to change. I'm going to go to my desktop, Camtasia demo, and then I'm going to save it into my video folder. So any screen recordings I do are going to save in here. Once I do that, users web desktop, it's going to show where I want it to go. It will create a recordings folder in the video folder for me. Very cool. The PC is a little bit different. Let me show you that real quick. So once you start the recording in Camtasia on PC, go to Tools, Options, click on Browse, and then change your file location so that it is in the video folder under your Camtasia demo. And you're all set. So like I said, the PC side is a little bit different. Now that we're ready to record, I'm back in the Mac. I hit record, and what it will do is give me some options of how I can record my screen. On the PC, it's going to open up something very similar to this, as you saw in the video already, and you can see that I can turn on my FaceTime camera, or I can turn it off. I can choose microphones if I have multiple microphones set up, and also turn on my system audio, so if there's any noises that come from my computer as I'm doing a screen recording, I can do that. The most important part is your color screen, or your LCD, depending on what type of computer you're working with. You could choose all types of range of sizes that you want to utilize to record for. So if I want to just record a small area, I can do that. I can choose 1080p all the way down to an iPad Air Mini with Retina. What's really cool is if I had a mobile device connected, such as an iPad, I can do a screen recording on that device right into Camtasia. I'm going to leave this as a default for my full screen, and I'm going to start recording. So now that I'm in a screen recorder, what I can do is open up any application that I want to, and I can do a demonstration that way. If I wanted to, I can open up a drawing program and be able to draw if I have a Microsoft Surface and draw and sketch out information or do problem solving, whatever I would like to do. The screen recording gives us many options to play around and do demonstrations, tutorials, and just overall show students how to actually navigate different functions. One of the more popular ones to do is to go to a browser for an online class, sign into Blackboard, and show your students how to navigate Blackboard. Once I hit stop, you'll see that your screen recording is going to get saved into your media bin. You can actually kind of do a little preview by scrubbing through it and see what it looks like. Down here in my timeline, it automatically populates in there, and you can actually see your audio waves of you talking through it. Now that we've got everything set the way we want to, we can start editing.